Hello everyone, my name is Zach. I am the Traveling Man and I come to you today from Isafjordur in Iceland on board the Norwegian Prima. And today I'm about to head out on an excursion to explore this beautiful place. So come on if you're ready, let's get this adventure started. Came up to the highest deck I could find just to get another panoramic view to see all the way around here. You can see it is a very small place, like the town of Isafjordur itself, just right down there. And maybe we'll go down to deck 8 in a minute to see a full picture of it, but not a very large place at all. But behind these hills, and in these hills actually, and in these mountains is where the beauty and the splendor of Isafjordur lies. We're gonna be going to a waterfall today, a majestic waterfall. We're gonna be seeing that. And we're also going to be going to a small farm to check it out. So we're gonna get the full experience here. And I'm just really excited to kick off this trip in Iceland with this first beautiful port. So far today, it's a really quiet morning on board. I'm here on deck 8 right now. About to go outside, but just wanted to show you here. This was just booming all day yesterday. But being 8:15 in the morning on a port day, I think a lot of folks are either sleeping in or they've already headed out for the day. Let's look down real quick here. You can see down deck 7 below us, especially the Starbucks down there. Quite a few people down there getting that morning coffee. And then the rest of the atrium pretty quiet too this morning as folks are getting up, going, and ready to start their day here in Isafjordur. Here we go, here on deck 8 on the Ocean Boulevard. It's always a good place to come out and get really good views of wherever you're at, because this is the lowest deck that you can get outside. You can either be outside up on the top deck near the pools, or you can come down here and be outside here on deck 8 nearer to the water. So here you go, you can see Isafjordur right down there. Zoom in a little bit here so that you can get a good idea of how big the town is. Like I said, not very big at all. But a bustling little port town this morning though, is there's 2 other smaller cruise ships here in port with us today, but you can see all the buses there waiting to take us on tours. You can see folks already walking to get to those tours. Before we do that though, I did jump over here to the starboard side of deck 8 and look at this. Such an incredible view over here. It's amazing too how still the water is here. You see the snow-capped mountains back there. Oh, it's stunning. Just to get the full ambiance experience too, like to feel the chill, the air, to see the snow up on the hills. It's just so quiet here too. It's really, really remarkable. So after a short bus ride from the port, we've reached our first stop today on this excursion, which is a farm here, as we head toward the waterfall. There's a lot of different animals here. There's dogs, there's some horses down here, and some sheep. There's sheep everywhere. As we drove along to get up here, you could see wild sheep grazing everywhere. But we're gonna go hear from some farmers about what it's like to live in Iceland. And we'll also get to taste some local cakes and coffees and teas and things like that, but it's very, very, very pretty here.
The troll that lived here in the mountain, her name was Gamla, and she was very evil and vicious, and she came out at night to harass the farmers. And trolls only come out at nighttime because if the sun shines on a troll, they become a rock. So that night that they decided to ambush her, she fell. So Gamla fell, they killed her, and Gamla fell. So it's the name, it says itself what it means.
So cool about Iceland, the tour guide was telling us on the way over here, is all this was carved and created by glaciers. Glaciers that obviously aren't here anymore, but the mountains and all the hills and stuff, and you sort of can see in the sides of them, you know, the striations and things in the mountains where the glaciers have carved them over time. But a beautiful place here, this farm. It's actually located by some fish farms over there. You can see about the center of the screen now. Let's zoom in a little bit. You can see some fish farming going on out there. They said that this particular stretch of water here is common for many seals, and also they can see some whales from time to time in here also. So you got a few horses here. The little baby is only 8 days old, and they were saying that the black horse there, his name is Boy. The brown horse, his name is Star, and then no name yet for the new horse. So now we've made it to the highlight for this tour, Dynjandi, the waterfall up there. Dynjandi roughly translates in Icelandic to the thunder, and I don't know if you can hear it if I stop talking in just a second, but you can really hear it roaring all the way from down here. But we're gonna walk around, we're gonna walk up there, get a little bit closer to get some shots. But you see, this is the main attraction here in Isafjordur. And that's why there are so many people. You see all the buses. Let me pan around here, all the buses. So all the 3 or 4 cruise ships that are in port today, pretty much everyone's coming here to visit this as the star attraction in the West Fjords region of Iceland, which is where we are. And this is actually the largest waterfall in the West Fjords region of Iceland. So while you can go further up, you can see it is quite treacherous. It's just on these rocks, and they're very slick because they're wet. This is as far up as I'm gonna go because I just didn't bring the right gear to be walking all the way up the hill there, up the slick rocks, but it's beautiful. It's very cold though, it's bitterly cold here. It's about 42 degrees Fahrenheit, but the wind is kind of blowing, it makes it even colder. But it's a beautiful place here, for sure. We'll get the full view back here. You can see all the people coming up back toward where we started, back down there at the bottom with the buses. Now back on the ship, back in the room, and just in case you didn't see the vlog yesterday, the embarkation day vlog, just thought I would show you the room because I am really impressed with this room. It is an inside cabin, but I really enjoyed it. Really got a good night sleep last night. There's the TV over here. So really enjoying the room. It's great so far, no complaints, and it is very cozy and very warm. I'm so happy to be back in it after our day in Isafjordur. And what a cool excursion that was that I went on. I hope you enjoyed getting to see that. It was really cool to get to go to the farm and then to get to go to the waterfall. Really enjoyed all of that. But now, like I said, on board the ship now, it's 10 minutes to 1 p.m. And I think we're here till 6 p.m. So you still have quite a good portion of day left here in Isafjordur. So I think what I'm going to do now is go down to Indulge Food Hall and check it out. I've been really excited to eat there. Didn't eat there yesterday, but I'm really excited to try it. So I think that's going to be the place where we eat lunch today. So let's go down there now, check that out, and then I think I'm just going to read and be lazy and just relax a little bit because it's been a busy whirlwind 2 days, traveling to Iceland, boarding the ship, and now having our first excursion. So let's go down to Indulge Food Hall, see what we can get into for lunch, and I'll show you how it all is. Now here on deck 8, on our way to Indulge Food Hall. Did want to show that the photo gallery is back here. There's also some shops back here. They do have digital photo galleries, so you can come look at your pictures on the tablets. You can also buy photo and camera gear back here if you need to. But if you think you're lost, don't fret, you're not lost. Just keep walking and you'll get to the dining establishments. The first one that you're gonna get to is the local. We'll come to the local first. You do have to walk through the local to get to Indulge Food Hall though. But there is a bar here in the local, so if you're looking for a bar to hang out at, they do have very cool seating in here as well. We're coming all the way through the local now. We've made it to Indulge Food Hall. So kind of hard to find a table in here, a good table, because I think a lot of folks are just returning from morning excursions. But they do have tables at all the bars around all the food stations. And then they have tables where you can sit, like booths and things like that. But I think we're gonna be kind of relegated to sitting here at one of these little narrow bars because there's just nowhere else to eat. It looks like a lot of people have found out over the past day about Indulge Food Hall and now are coming to try it out. Basically how this works is you utilize the tablet here at the table to make your order. And so I've already gone through all the options and figured out that I do want the pad thai, which is from the noodles lunch. So here you can see the lunch location noodles, and you can switch between all the different ones here. See there, but at noodles, I think I will go for the pad thai. And when I do that, it tells me a little bit about the dish, and I can add it to my order. You can actually change the quantity down here. We're just gonna add that to our order, and you can see over here it actually gets placed into your basket. You can see it's $0 because all the food in here is included with your cruise. This is basically like an extension of the buffet. It is a free eatery, so we just wanna hit, I want to pay, and it says placing your order paid. So I think that's it. I think I've placed my order because everything is included. So once you hit I want to pay, I think it submits it. So let's go back to ordering. Yeah, so I guess now I just wait until they bring my food over. Drinks, they do have some, let's go back to ordering. They do have some alcoholic drinks here. They have some non-alcoholic beverages too, like sparkling water, ginger ale. They have some beer options here. They have drinks of the day. These are specialty cocktails just for that day, cocktails on tap. But other than that, if you want any of the juices or waters or anything, let me walk over here now and show you where those are at, because there is a drink station in here where you can get those drinks that are included, like the buffet drinks. And those are going to be right here. And they have ice and water. They have a soda machine here where you can get soda. And then they have your typical juices like they have on every cruise. And so you can get your juices. They got lemonade. And then over here they have coffees. They got decaf coffee, regular coffee, hot water. So a lot of options for drinks here. So I got my water, and I should note it was around 105 when I placed the order, maybe around 103, because then I went and got my drink. But I also wanted to note that you can order as much stuff as you want. So I just got the pad thai, but you could actually go in here and add stuff from different restaurants and make one order for it all, and it'll just be brought over from all the different food stations. So really cool in here. I really like this concept, and we'll see how good the food is in just a minute, hopefully, when it comes. But it's now 1:09, so basically like 6 minutes, and this delicious Pad Thai was delivered. And it looks really good. I mean, it looks better than I was expecting, honestly. And so I'm gonna dig into this and see how it really tastes. But I'm really pleased and really surprised that it only took 6 minutes for my lunch to be delivered. So I gotta say, this is very good. Much better than I thought it would be. Especially again, because it's included, you know, it's not specialty, it's not extra. It's included, it's sort of prepared to order, but very, very good. So really pleased with my first experience here in Indulge Food Hall, because this, like I said, was certainly one of the things that I was most excited about trying on Prima. Coco's is the dessert station here inside Indulge Food Hall, and just wanted to show they do have amazing looking options. I'm not gonna get any right now, but look at that strawberry shortcake. Doesn't that look so good? They also have down here a no sugar added lemon mousse cake. And then down here, a white chocolate mango mousse. And up here, look at that apple strudel, or streusel rather. That looks fantastic. They also have stuff here that you can pay extra for. They have like ice cream and milkshakes and stuff that they'll make to order. And they also have specialty chocolates, which cost additional. But otherwise, all this stuff is included. Now, if you are dining at Indulge Food Hall, of course you can sit inside, but you can sit outside also. Yesterday they had some of the iPads out here at some of these outdoor tables. Of course, it's just too cold at 42 degrees today to be having food outside, but you see they have some pretty unique chairs and sitting situation out here. So if it's warmer weather when you're cruising on Prima, or if it's warmer weather maybe when you're cruising in Northern Europe where we're at now, you could utilize this space as well. And then there's the, I showed this yesterday in my last vlog, but I'll show it again today. They do have the hydrate stations out here, and these are self-pour drink stations. So they got wines, they have some beer, and you just essentially scan your CPass card right there, and then you can pour yourself a drink. They have cups and everything right here. So I really enjoyed my first experience in there in Indulge Food Hall. Really enjoyed that Pad Thai, so really good to know that they have good offerings in there. Something else that I really wanted to try was the Q Texas Smokehouse Station, because that's actually a specialty dining restaurant on board some of the Breakaway Plus series of ships. And I have eaten there a couple times and have generally enjoyed it. So I was kind of tempted to get some of the fried okra that they have in there. I probably will at some point. Also, those desserts at Coco's looked really good, but I have my mind on another dessert. I'm really wanting a Starbucks, because they, of course, have Starbucks on all Norwegian ships, or most all Norwegian ships. The ones I've been on, anyways, they've had Starbucks. And I know that they have a Starbucks drink package that's like $15 a day that you can add on. I currently have the unlimited open bar drink package that was included with my booking, but that does not include specialty coffees like Starbucks, and also does not include bottled water. But I think I might want to get the Starbucks package so I can get as many of those as I want. So I might go see if that's still available to purchase and what I need to do to get that. So I did just check, can still book the package, but it's $198 for the entire cruise. So I think I'm just gonna buy the Starbucks, buy the drink, and just get, you know, pay per drink, because I don't know that I'll drink $200 worth of Starbucks. So I think that's probably the best bet for me. But for a 10-day cruise, so that works out to be about $19.80 something. So basically $20 a day for the Starbucks unlimited drink package. So you really got to think about that. Can you drink that much coffee? Are you going to really be drinking that much Starbucks throughout your cruise that you need to pay $200 for a 10-day cruise? Well, good evening, everyone. As you can see from the clips, we've now well sailed away from Isafjordur. A great day there. Really enjoyed the excursion I went on today. But now it's time for dinner. And I thought long and hard about dinner. I don't have specialty dining booked tonight. So I was like, where do I want to eat? And you know what? I went to the main dining room and looked at the menu. And I think because I was just on Norwegian Joy about a month ago, nothing looked good because it was a lot of repeat stuff. And I was like, I would just end up picking the same stuff that I got on that cruise. So I think what I'm gonna do is go back to Indulge Food Hall and see what they have for dinner. So y'all wanna come with me To indulge, I'll take you with me. Now, of course, tomorrow we're going to be in our next port of call, still here in Iceland. And tonight's exciting because right about now, or maybe in an hour, I think they said about 8:50 actually. So in about an hour, we're going to go north of the Arctic Circle. We're actually going to sail into the Arctic Circle tonight and then down south to our next port of call tomorrow and get out of it. And then we'll get back into the Arctic Circle tomorrow night. So I'm really excited about that. Never been north of the Arctic Circle before, so that's going to be a treat. But let's go to dinner. Let's go to Indulge Food Hall. They are open for dinner just like they were for lunch, and let's see what the experience is like there for dinner. And yes, this is 8 p.m. in Iceland. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. So is the Prima. The Prima's so pretty. Look at this shot. How brilliant. This is the best, y'all. Like, if you've never sailed in Europe before, if you've never sailed in Northern Europe, you need to. It's just cruising is so different here. I love it. We'll walk down Ocean Boulevard here and show you the zone with all this beautiful artwork as we head toward Indulge Food Hall. Just taking the outside route. I could go inside and be warm. It is cold out here. It's in the 40s Fahrenheit, but it's so pretty out here. I can't help but walk out here and enjoy all the scenery. So just sat down in Indulge. It is busier in here than I thought it would be because I thought at night maybe more people go to specialty dining and maybe more people go to the dining room, but it does seem like a lot of people choose to come in here, and that's because there's so many options in here. Like, why not come in here? And it's all included, it's free, it's not specialty dining, but it is a bit hard to find a seat day or night, it seems like. And again, I think if it were you know, if we were in a warmer environment sailing, maybe it wouldn't be that way because there's seats available outside and tables outside. But just because it's in here, I feel like, you know, everybody has to sit inside because it's Iceland, because it's 40 degrees outside. So everybody wants to come in here and sit. So let's see what's on the menu. Let's see if it's any different. I'm curious because I was looking on the website or on the app, and it did show that the menus are different for lunch versus dinner. So I want to see if that's true. So let's look at the menu right now. And already I can tell it is different. This is the Q Texas Smokehouse menu, and earlier they had fried okra, and actually that's what I was wanting to get. They don't have it though. They have fried green tomatoes instead, noodles. Earlier, if you remember, I got the well, we're not in focus there. If you remember earlier, I got the pad thai. They don't have the pad thai right now. Looks like the garden has the same stuff, so everything's different. So I'm gonna look through here and see what I might want to try for dinner. Ooh, they have garlic naan. Oh, so many good options for dinner. So yeah, it's different for dinner than it is lunch. So make sure you try both. If you're coming on one of the Prima ships, make sure that you try to come in here as much as you can because they do change it for dinner versus lunch. Okay, so it's 8:09 p.m. and I placed my order for some pork spare ribs from Q Smokehouse, a romaine and kale salad from the garden, and one pineapple. They did bring around water. I didn't have to go get this water myself. They actually brought these around. They were bringing around to all the tables, so that's cool. You can just sort of sit at your table and still get water, so that's cool they were doing that. So 3 minutes later, the grilled pineapple arrived, so that's cool. It only took 3 minutes for this to make it to the table after I ordered it. So that's how quick things can be here in Indulge. Also, I forgot to mention that this is from the Seaside Rotisserie section of Indulge, and then just now after 4 or 5 minutes my salad arrived. This is my let's see, what was it called, the romaine and kale salad. It arrived from the garden, so very, very quick speed. So we're just waiting on one more dish and we'll see that in just a minute. And now after just 7 minutes, the pork ribs have arrived, the spare ribs from Q Texas Smokehouse. They are served with some pickles, some coleslaw, and some potato salad. So there's the meal we're having. Some barbecue ribs, we're having a salad, and we're having pineapple. And the cool thing is, if you don't get full, there's always more to be ordered right there, right on the iPad. Okay, so we have a verdict. I have been to Q Texas Smokehouse before on the Breakaway Plus series ships, and I will say that is not the same barbecue as what they serve at Q Texas Smokehouse in a specialty restaurant. That is definitely more a quality of like what you would get on a buffet on a cruise ship. So just know that this isn't like top quality, like specialty dining quality food. This is still very much buffet quality food that you're getting in here. That's why you're getting it so fast. This is essentially just an extension of the buffet, but it's a sit-down version. It reminds me a lot of the galley concept on board Virgin Voyages, where they have all the different vendor or food truck style food, and you can just order. They say it's made to order, but it's really not. It really is a buffet in essence, but they're delivering it to you, and you can sort of pick what you want on the iPad instead of picking it from a buffet. That's the only difference. And this grilled pineapple is the best thing that I've had this whole meal. Like, it is so good. And it's glazed with, there's something on it, let me see here. Cinnamon and brown sugar. No wonder it's good. They put sugar on it. It's really good though. I got this as like a dessert because I didn't want to go for like a full sugar dessert from Coco's. But this is legit. You can see like the caramelized brown sugar on the edges of it. Delicious, y'all. The best thing I had this whole meal. So now I'm done with dinner. Gonna step outside and see. Oh, the sun finally came out. We didn't see the sun all day. As soon as we leave port, there it comes. It's still cold though. Sun or no sun, it's cold here in Iceland. See off the back of the ship here though. How nice that is. How beautiful with the sun. How beautiful that is. Wow. And y'all, believe it or not, this is the 9 p.m. sun here in Iceland. This is, it looks like it's like, you know, maybe 4 in the afternoon. But this is the 9 p.m. sun right here. Unbelievable. It's beautiful. I'm glad it came out. It definitely feels a little bit warmer than it did earlier, but I'm so glad that the sun came out to shine upon the last few hours of the day here. Of course, there really is not much of a sunset here in Iceland this time of year, especially as we're actually now we're right now probably officially north of the Arctic Circle. So the sun will only set for like an hour officially and then be right back up at like 2 a.m. So let me officially welcome you for the very first time on my channel, north of the Arctic Circle, y'all. I don't really get this excited much on my channel, but we are north of the Arctic Circle. How cool is that? We're here, we made it. Like, that's the coolest part of this trip. Really, really cool, and I'm really happy. So I had to get it on video the first time here in the sunshine as we bask in the glory of the Arctic Circle. How cool. I'm just so happy right now. Had to have just passed it. 66 degrees north latitude, the Arctic Circle. Really cool. My first time in the Arctic. And so cool that the sun's shining. I am really, really happy right now. This is so cool. We're in the Arctic. While I'm showing you things, might as well show you the hallway, because I think that the hallways on board this ship are some of the most beautiful hallways I've seen on any cruise ship. They're just really pretty. I really enjoy the little nameplates designating all the room numbers. Those are cool. The carpet's really nice. It's nothing too gaudy. It's just very cool. It's a very subdued elegance to it that I really like. So I just wanted to show you the hallways as I make my way to my room to drop off some stuff. And now back in the room after dinner and a night out at the show. And I've just put in some clips showing you, I literally just took those clips before I came upstairs to my room. It is 10 p.m. right now in the Arctic Circle, and that's how sunny it is. It looks like it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. So just wanted to show you that because I thought that was pretty cool. But now I need to go to bed because tomorrow I have an early day out. In our next port of call, we're going to be in Iceland again. This time we're going to be in Akureyri, which is the second most populous city in all of Iceland. So make sure you come back and check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go down below, give me a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you've not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.